Good evening and welcome to Monday's edition of Primetime News. I'm Michael Madimba. Firstly, we would like to convey our sincere apologies for the break in airing Primetime News over the past fortnight. This was due to circumstances beyond our control. We are nevertheless glad to be back. Before we commence with the leading story, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, click on the notifications bell and feel free to comment throughout the bulletin. In tonight's lead, President Dr. Hage Geingob says it is of paramount importance that countries utilize multilateral coordination in pursuit of sustainable solutions that always favor peace and development.
Geingob made these remarks at the 75th anniversary of the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO on Friday in Paris, France. The head of state, in his statement shared with the Namibia Press Agency on Sunday, said UNESCO was established to contribute to humanity's moral and intellectual solidarity, as well as building lasting peace through multilateralism, adding that 75 years after the founding of UNESCO, countries are faced with challenges that are transnational in nature. Geingob said the arrival of the COVID-19 pandemic, with its ensuing social and economic inequalities, amplified youth unemployment, disruptions of education systems, and consequently the spread of misinformation and disinformation. He added, these are just a few examples that expound the continued importance of UNESCO's mandate in education, culture, heritage, science, and information dissemination for more tolerant humanity. He said UNESCO was pivotal and on the right side of history by supporting Namibia's cause for freedom and the birth of the country's democracy.
On to news from the coast. In a crime report headlined by rape cases, the Namibian police force NAMPO has reported that a 15-year-old girl was allegedly raped at Lüderitz on Saturday. The incident reportedly occurred around 1 a.m. on Saturday in the Jakkelsdraai residential area of the coastal town.
The police, in its weekly crime report issued Sunday, said a 19-year-old boy was arrested in connection with the rape. Meanwhile, at Keetmanshoop, a 24-year-old man was allegedly sexually assaulted by unknown suspects Friday morning. The incident occurred between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the Lemonddraai residential area. The report said no arrest has been made yet. Meanwhile, a 28-year-old man was arrested after he allegedly raped a 19-year-old woman in Windhoek's Ochomwese residential area on Saturday around 3 o'clock. The crime report also said the police at Omakange in the Konene region are searching for a male suspect wanted for allegedly raping a 4-year-old boy. The report stated that the suspect is known but has not been arrested as he escaped from the house. The incident occurred around 12:30 on Friday at Okupunja village. Police investigations continue in all matters.
In international news, Britain's booster program for COVID-19 vaccinations is to be expanded to younger people after scientists gave the green light today. AFP brings us more.
The UK government Joint Committee on Vaccination and Immunisation said all healthy adults aged 40 to 49 should be offered a booster 6 months after their second dose. Previously, the booster program was limited to those aged 50 and over and the clinically vulnerable. Some 12.6 million Britons have received a third jab. The Joint Committee on Vaccination and Immunisation also said that 16 and 17-year-olds should now be offered a second dose of the Pfizer jab. That age group had previously been offered only one dose in Britain, pending more data on the jab safety in under 18s.
The Presidency Council of Libya on Sunday stressed the importance of holding the upcoming presidential and parliamentary elections simultaneously. Let's get more on the story from Shingwa.
In a statement following the Paris International Conference for Libya, the presidency stressed that it would spare no efforts to achieve a comprehensive electoral process that would enhance the possibility of building confidence between all parties. The Council praised the High National Elections Commission for preparing for elections. The efforts made by the Libyan 5+5 Joint Military Commission to evacuate all missionaries from Libya and stressed the importance of international assistance to secure and observe the elections. Libya is looking to hold general elections on the 24th of December this year. as part of the roadmap adopted by the UN-sponsored Libyan Political Dialogue Forum aiming to bring stability to Libya. Participants in the Paris International Conference for Libya, chaired by France on Friday, called for holding free, fair, inclusive and credible presidential and parliamentary elections in Libya as scheduled.
Stand by for your top roundup. In the business and economic segment tonight, we begin here at home. Namibia's largest private company, the Old Thavine List Group, entered into a conditional agreement with a subsidiary of Heineken International that will see the latter acquire ONL's 50.01% share in Namibia Breweries Limited. Xinhua sheds more light on this.
Sunside Acquisitions Proprietary Limited, a newly incorporated unlisted subsidiary of Heineken International in South Africa, will acquire shares in NBL Investment Holdings Limited, an investment company that has a controlling shareholding in NBL. O&L Executive Chairman and Chairperson of the NBL Board of Directors, Sven Timmer, said in an announcement on Monday, the O&L Group, with its majority shareholding in NBL, has reached consensus to unleash the unlimited potential of their flagship business by letting NBL out of its nest to spread its wings and rightfully earn its deserved space in the global arena. According to Timmer, NBL will remain a Namibian company listed on the Namibian Stock Exchange. He said NBL shareholders and stakeholders will enjoy all the benefits of being part of a global beer business with world-class systems, synergies and route to market, adding that the opportunities for brands born and bred in Namibia will include having access to global platforms that come with being part of a trusted international company like Heineken. Timmer said they remain committed to the country and look forward to embracing and writing this next chapter together. NBL is a leading beverage manufacturing company founded in 1920 in Namibia. I am Sawi Hausiku, reporting for Nampa News.
Still on local business news, over 32 micro, small and medium enterprises took part in the Sustainable Development Goals Impact Facility Mini Expo, aimed at developing and enhancing their productive capacity and sustainability. Linia Dishena compiled this report for us.
The two-day event, which kicked off here on Friday, is a collaboration between the Ministry of Industrialization and Trade, Standard Bank Namibia, and the Environmental Investment Fund of Namibia. In a statement delivered on her behalf, Minister of Industrialization and Trade, Lucia Ipumbu, said micro-SMEs are the economical roots which, if supported and developed, can grow into larger companies with a great contribution to the country's economic growth. She explained that small, micro and medium enterprises can contribute to job creation, local value addition and economic growth, noting that the ministry's effort to improve Namibia's business and investment climate is geared towards enterprise development to create social impact and meet sustainable development goals. Ipumbu noted that the ministry committed 2.5 million Namibian dollars to create an endowment fund for the Sustainable Development Goals Impact Facility and ensure permanency and sustainability.
Join us after the economics roundup and the weather forecast. In our sports installment, we begin with football news. Brave Warriors captain Peter Shalulile missed a first-half penalty as Namibia suffered a 1-0 defeat to Togo in their last Group H 2022 World Cup qualifier at the Orlando Stadium in Johannesburg. Marco Ndlovu, our sports journalist, compiled the story. Shalulile won the penalty in the 34th minute after he was pulled down in the box by a Togolese defender, but dusted himself up to send his shot against the upright, albeit with the help of the goalkeeper's touch. Namibia, who had already been eliminated from the final world qualifying round, needed to beat Togo in order to finish second in the group behind winners Senegal, failed to produce any meaningful scoring chances, except the penalty throughout the 90 minutes. However, they were lucky to survive a penalty call after Absalom Imbondi appeared to handle in the box, but the referee waved away the Togolese appeal. The two sides went into halftime tied at 0-0, but Togo showed more desire going forward and were rewarded in the 88th minute when they sliced through the Namibian defense and scored the winning goal. Speaking at the end of the match, coach Bobby Samaria said they expected Togo to be guns blazing, especially after playing a 1-0 draw against Senegal. The coach noted this is not the result they wanted, as they wanted to finish second. He added that his team was not composed in the final third, and the team must learn to take their chances. The defeat is Namibia's third in 6 matches, after winning 1 and drawing 2 in their 6 Group H matches. Moving on to rugby news. Namibia's senior national rugby team came from 19 to 24 down at halftime to win 60 to 24 in the World Rugby Africa Stellenbosch Challenge tournament in South Africa on Sunday. The Velveetjas scored 3 first-half tries, managing to convert only 2 on a windy afternoon, while the Simbas, as the Kenyans are known, scored 3 converted tries and a penalty to take a narrow lead going into halftime. Kenya then scored a penalty on the stroke of halftime to take a 19-24 lead into the break. The Namibian team then upped the tempo to score 7 unanswered tries in the second half, as they totally dominated Kenya, who seemed to struggle to contain a rampaging Velveetjas backline. The Namibians used their line-out strength to bulldoze their way into try-scoring positions, while Kenya tried to run at the Namibians at every given opportunity. Namibia will now play Zimbabwe in the final on Saturday, after the latter beat Brazil 22 to 24 in an earlier game at the same venue. Kenya will face Brazil in the 3rd and 4th place playoff at the same venue, with the games being used as ranking test matches. This was the 13th test between Kenya and Namibia, with Namibia winning 11 and Kenya winning only 2. Your sports roundup is up next. And with that, we've come to the end of tonight's bulletin. A friendly reminder, please do subscribe to this channel. Like, share with friends as well as family. Also, add your comments in the comment section. From myself, Michael Madimba, and the entire production crew, wishing you a good night.